Namaskar. Happy Pongal to everyone and happy Magara Sankranti. As it's believed, it's the beginning of good period, Uttarayan, and it's a period of celebrating the harvest season. I'm sure the year 2023 is going to be a great year for everyone, as an individuals, as a family, as a country. And therefore, I take the opportunity to wish each one of you a happy new year and happy Makara Sankranti. I'm also happy this is our 28th Nivesh Mahakum, which we have been, as Aditya Sunlight Mutual Fund, have been undertaking this mass event the last number of years. So I'm happy to be part of the 28th Mahaniveshkam. At the same time, our own association with HT Media, the digital platform, is again third such format that we are doing. Once again, I'm happy to be associated with HT Media in spreading the awareness about investments, particularly to the mutual fund industry, which is going to be the large industries as the time comes. But of course, all the growth and financial market development depends on macroeconomy. As it is known, last year, 2022, was a great year for India. Indian market outperformed most of the global markets with a substantial margin. We have been getting the deserving due recognition, both on the political stability, country as a whole, the macro changes that we are now trying to do, all the reforms that India has been carrying out, whether the tax-related reforms or investments in public infrastructure building, making India self-sufficient from the point of view of making India as a manufacturing hub. And all of them actually taking India in the good footing so that the next few years or maybe the next decade can belong to India. As it is believed, as India is gaining more and more prominence, it's getting more and more strength among the global economy. Definitely most of the global economists, industrialists, entrepreneurs are looking at India as investment destination in the years to come. Therefore, let me begin by saying that India is not just only for 2023 that we have to look at. We have to look at India for the next decade and even beyond. So that's why I think India is progressing. Therefore, let me say that 2023 also is going to be a year of action from India point of view. As it is known, the last year, many challenges that we have seen with respect to the Russian economy going for a toss. Chinese economy went through their own share of a problem, which was a big time. Therefore, some of the market, emerging market, did underperform big time even to India. Nasdaq we have seen underperform big time, and most of the companies in the digital space got hammered. Fortunately, India remained on a very strong footing, given the fact that fundamentally India is getting better. While that being the case, the interest rates hike cycle that you have seen after many number of years, that interest rates hike cycle which happened in the global market thanks to the high inflation, high oil prices, and energy prices went up quite substantially. All of them actually made the central bankers globally to increase interest rates quite substantially. But having seen substantial rise in interest rates both in India as well as the global market, clearly I believe in the year 2023, we will see first of all the peak in interest rate cycle, which essentially means that most of the central bankers, as they start witnessing the inflation getting moderated and the growth in generally getting moderated, they will also, of course, take a stance that it's now time to come to stop the interest rate cycle and allow it to actually stay for some times and then start cutting the interest rates depending upon how the growth is panning out. Our own belief is in the year 2023, the interest rate peak cycles will get hike cycle will come to a closure, both in India and globally. And second, we also believe that a significant rise in inflation that we saw may also see a moderation in the year 2023. At the same time, the growth momentum that US has seen quite substantially also we'll see a moderation in that. There is a high probability that US economy may get into marginal recessions That also subject to the employment rates coming down globally, which doesn't seem to be looking so as of now. But even if we don't see a recession, but I think the growth momentum slowed down, we will probably see the dollar assets becoming a more favorable. We also believe that globally, the dollar, which has been gaining strength, we may probably see some bit of weakness this year. It essentially means other currencies becoming stronger. In this context, I think India once again will be well poised from the point of view of benefiting out of the global market changes, except that we may still have some element of the apprehension that could come from global investors. Where do you make investments given the fact India has outperformed and at the same time Chinese markets have underperformed big time? So where the allocation should go, it all depends upon how the Chinese economy is going to react very quickly to get back on economic growth. And therefore, some bit of money as they start seeing a firm action coming from Chinese government, we may probably start seeing some element of uptake coming in the flows into the Chinese market. To the extent our own belief is in the year 2023, we'll see a muted flows from FIs into India. But having said that, I think India will continue to remain very large investment destination from FDI investment point of view. Global investors look at manufacturing activities in India would also gain more in strength. And the Indian regulators, especially the Reserve Bank of India, have been quite conscious about keeping the interest rate somewhat at a moderate level so the interest cost doesn't go up quite substantially from borrowers' point of view. At the same time, from savers' point of view, we'll see a marginal uptick in the deposits and so on and so forth. Therefore, 2023, in our own belief, is going to be a year of accumulation in equity. At the same time, having seen interest rates rising, we'll probably see opportunity coming in the fixed income space as well, including the multi-asset allocation fund would also become a prominent asset class in the year 2023, even beyond. So that's where broadly we see. In this context, definitely, as I keep maintaining all the time, the staying confident, staying convinced, staying with high optimism, both on India as well as on investing in equity market, I think will remain the core area of focus. Therefore, building equity for the long-term point of view, I think will remain a key mantra. At the same time, building an asset allocation kind of model, which is covering equity, fixed income product, and gold and silver as a commodity, all of that I think will remain one of the key investment theme from the point of building portfolios. We at Aditya Mutual Fund are extremely committed to increase awareness about investing in the financial market and particularly to the mutual fund industry. And we being industry leader for the last almost 28 years, more than almost close to about 3 decades, we have spent our time in the Indian mutual industry. We remain extremely committed to increase the awareness of the investors at all point of time to take an informed decision in every decision that they make. At the same time, they also take informed decisions for the purpose of building the longer term portfolio, which could help them meeting their goals, which could be of money. And that's something which we believe that giving continuous input, educating people jointly with the HT media is something we believe that is one of our endeavor. It's our duty to give back to the society. Is this way that we believe that we can do it quite a lot. Therefore, I believe that today's session where we have lined up a series of discussions of various speakers on various topics, including asset allocation, including various the topic one should get more and more awareness. I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting session. I wish all the best for today's Mahanevishkam sessions with HT Media, and I'm sure all of you will enjoy it. And any input and feedback, would also be happy to see it as it progresses in by way of your own participations in the online platform. Wish all the best for today's sessions, and thank you for passion here.
An investor education and awareness initiative of Aditya Birla Sun Life Mutual Fund. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.